Okay, so I may have backed out of my word on me doing RWBY content. Like, despite what has been going down with the whole thing with Rooster Teeth and all of the writers, like majority of the writers leaving, and also musicians. There's so many people just leaving and quitting, and all of the controversies and the abuse that have gone on in Rooster Teeth. I was kind of holding back on doing reaction videos for this latest volume because you know I wanted to just stand by that, but also at the same time support those that's sticking with it, that made volume 9 possible, and that's like really my only reason. And so far I have been enjoying this volume. Like, of course, the first episode, like in any form of media, is going to be kind of like a very slow paced. Like, no. Let me rephrase that. Any episode of RWBY that we have known for in the past, up until now, has always had the first episode be like kind of like the slow burn, like the slow start to something better. The only episode that I can think of out of RWBY that wasn't was the volume 1 episode 1 was not slow. That was like that picked up really quick. And then all then the ones after were boom, boom, boom. It went by it's going by a certain formula of we want to build up to those moments, right? So I had no problem with the first episode, pretty much laying out what they got to go through. Then the second episode, getting more into it, which the second episode, chapter 2, was hilariously entertaining. Weiss just not able to put any of this together, any of what's going on together. She's still trying to find logic within the illogical, and it's just breaking down. And I enjoyed that entirely. Hilarity ensued the whole time. Oh, and shout out to the toy getting a hug refund. which was probably like one of those funny little side moments that I did enjoy. The whole thing, and then you had the prince, the Red Prince, which was just as I thought he would be, like kind of like a spoiled, entitled little brat. But it plays so well with everybody else, and I want to point something out before I finish my little thing with chapter 3. Is the fact that the intro, the opening scene, we seen like throughout the opening scene, we seen Blake, Yang, and Weiss kind of following the lead of Alice throughout the story, right? Like following the lead of Alice, but of Alex. Sorry about that, because the reference and stuff like that. Because following Alex's path throughout how the story had went. And RWBY is just kind of lagging behind more and more. She's looking down a lot, and it's like she's losing more and more hope, more and more confidence, more and more. She's losing she's losing more hope in being an able leader while they're following the path of Alex, or following Alex as it were, because I believe that could be the case in this moment, is that this is probably the moment where Ruby just kind of is at the point of giving up, and it's kind of, and I feel like that it just might just break her completely. This might be one of those. This might be the episode where Ruby gets that confidence and gets that hope back in some way, shape, or form. Probably like through John helping out, maybe even Neo may even give no Neo is just too upset. Okay, so going back to 3, they were onto the curious cat. He had a lot of questions, and he just went off chasing a butterfly, and they had to chase her, the cat. But the thing, the weird chameleon thing had to, was running off, got cut by the grass, blades. Them grass blades get sharp, but picked up something, said fix, and threw it away. That was a little bit curious on my part. That was a little bit curiosity. And then we see Neo just falling from the sky. She lands in the crater. She turns to Ruby, and she turns to Cinder, and it turns back to normal. The thing comes over, and I don't know, and just probably just me. I felt sorry for the Beast. I did. I truly did. I felt bad. I felt truly bad for that creature, because Neo semblance evolved yet again. Like this is the second evolution, because the first one was her being able to just create replicas at a short distance. Like she can create one-off replicas. Then now she can create multiple that she can control, and that's kind of nuts that she can do that. It's kind of nuts and crazy to see her do that, create multiple boards, which means from creating that she could probably make them into. She could probably do the transform. She could probably change their appearance as well, and that could mean a lot of trouble. Now that I think about it, that could mean a lot of trouble for Ruby and for the entire Ever After. Ooh, and I think that's the sense. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm believing. But yeah, so far Ruby has been enjoyable. As much as I was reluctant on the direction where it was going with the talking mouse, with everything being so kiddish. Now there's a reason for it, because they are in the Ever After, and they're just following the story. But it's not the Ever After that they remember in the story, because the Ever After in the stories happened a while ago. So now they are in a more modern version of the Ever After, which I'm going to say took place. Going to say it took place, especially when they were kids. So it had to happen a little bit before, because they seem to remember it like it was, like it was yesterday. They seem to remember it like it it was a little bit more recent, like all of the characters. But let me ask you guys a question. What do you believe? What do you believe is in store for RWBY? How do you feel about RWBY losing all types of hope in this current adventure throughout Volume 9? And what do you think of what happened? Like, what's your ideas on where John is? What's your idea of, you know, how will the other team members of RWBY get back to normal size? And what do you think of the volume so far? Just all together so far, the last three episodes. What do you think so far? I personally am enjoying it, and I want to know what you think of it. So make sure you hit that you hit into the comment section. Let me know. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more RWBY reviews, and I'm going to do it all in one bundle, like 3 chapters at a time, leading up into the final, the final chapters, the final episodes to come. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you again for stopping by. Thank you for keeping up with the support on my other content that I am going to have. I'm going to have myself another video that is to come. That's going to be a short. That's going to be hitting it up. So make sure, again, like, comment, subscribe. And kings and queens and everything in between, I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Peace. Peace.